Hello, this is Master Use, and it's a review of the Rx10 Mark IV that's actually been used to make a movie. Can you make a movie with an Rx10 Mark IV? Okay. And one thing I'll tell you, you'll notice right away that on the stand, I have modified the stand so that the camera will come off on a plate, and it's got a special mic holder so that I can use a long mic and keep the mic out of the lens area. These little modifications I learned through practical experience. Now, I had the predecessor to this, the Rx10 Mark III. It was crap as far as I'm concerned. The Rx10 Mark III was just crap. They put out the Rx10 Mark IV with some very noticeable improvements. So even though I was unhappy with the Mark III, I went ahead and bought the Mark IV because they made some changes to the lens. And the Mark IV has clearly outperformed the Mark III. There's no question it's a better camera. And in fact, recently, one video magazine picked the Rx10 Mark IV as the best long lens camera. So that says something. Now, is this the best camera for video? No, probably not. This isn't about the $1,700 range. We all know that cameras can be $5,000, $10,000 or more. $1,700, I know, is still a lot of money to a lot of people in America. But it is a usable camera. It is a practical camera. I have gotten some really good shots out of this camera for my film. I can shoot in MP4. I'm shooting 4K with it. The highest frame rate you can shoot is 30 frames. And that works. That works for my 4K. I've got a special computer for 4K. I've got a 4K monitor. I'm doing 4K now. And so the practicality of the camera, because of the long lens, makes it a very, very usable camera. Now, if it wasn't for the long lens, I'd say no, there's a lot better cameras for that price. For just $1,900, you can get a really good camera. But they don't have the long lens. And when you start adding lenses on, lenses can get expensive. And I actually prefer a detachable lens. But the Rx10 Mark IV has turned out to be a very practical camera, even though the lens doesn't detach, where I can shoot nature with it. I can shoot distance, like say animals, a deer in the field. I can shoot up close, and it's not the best at night. Most of these cameras don't perform well at night, but you can make it work at night if you know how to set up the lighting properly. You can get a pretty decent shot out of it even at night if you know how to set up the lighting. So overall, the Rx10 Mark IV is a very practical camera. If you're on a limited budget and you can just afford one camera to shoot video with, or maybe even YouTube videos with, this might be a practical camera for you if you can afford it at $1,700. Like I said, it's a very multi-purpose camera. You can do a lot of things with it. And can you get some good film out of it? Yes, you can. But remember, quality of film often depends on your skills. So if you learn to use the camera, and to get the most out of this camera, you need to learn to use it in manual. I have gotten some really nice shots in manual with it. And because you're going to find out if you're trying to shoot movies or something in automatic all the time, there's a lot of things that can mess up the film, like the lens losing track of the focus because something went in front of it. The only way to solve some of that stuff is you learn to use manual. So you can get even more out of this camera if you learn to use the manual on the camera. And it takes a little bit of understanding, it takes a little work to really learn how to use this camera on manual. But I think it's well worth it. And would I like to have a $5,000 camera? Yeah, who wouldn't like to have a $5,000 camera? But do I need a $5,000 camera? Not if this one would do the job. So sometimes mid-price is the best way to go instead of spending a lot of money on one camera. This is a very practical camera. Think about using this if you want to try to make a movie or you want to do YouTube videos, and it will work for more things for you. You can do a lot with it. All right, this is Master Use. I got to get back to my production along with Bigfoot. We're in the completion stage. It was supposed to have been done a couple of months ago, and it rained so much that we could not complete the shooting. And so we're right at the time we're starting already to finish it. We only have a day or two shooting left and maybe 15 days of editing. Editing takes a lot of time. And she is ready to go up on Amazon as quick as we get the trailers and stuff done. So this Master Use, thanks for watching my review of the Rx10 Mark IV. Can you make a movie with it? And check out my channel. Please subscribe to my channel. We all know us small guys are getting stomped on YouTube. YouTube cut us all off and sort of left us on our own. And so the way we survive is you guys subscribing and helping us grow. Otherwise, we can't compete with the big channels because the big channels are supported by YouTube. So help out another indie filmmaker. Subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.